because of a happy scheduling accident, if we don't get a chance to cover everything for Toys for Tots in the time allotted, we'll be able to roll that over and still be able to talk to Charles Jones at full. We had a little bit of time to play with in the next half hour, so if we don't get through everything that Ted Migs Silvester, by the way, retired USMC Colonel and the Vice President of Marketing and Development for Marine Toys for Tots Foundation, we'll give him a little more time. Guys, go to toysfortots.org. By the way, Dave, I'm never quite in the mood for Christmas as I am until I hear Nat King Cole's Toys for Tots song. Makes me really happy. Good morning to you, Colonel Silvester.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on your show.
Oh, well, thank you so much for being with us. This is Dave, and I just wanted to kind of give you a platform here to kind of tell us about Toys for Tots. Obviously, Toys for Tots is 1 year older than I am, 1947. So been around a long time, and we always, and as Jim indicated, we always equate Toys for Tots with Christmas, but you guys have really expanded to a year-round effort. Good 360, I'd like you to tell us a little bit about that when we get a chance to talk about how the literacy programs, foster care, all of those kinds of things have branched out with Toys for Tots. So it's got to be an exciting time for you guys.
Yeah. Well, just like you said, the Toys for Tots been around for a long time. This is our 78th year. We have 874 local chapters in all 50 states, DC, Guam, Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands. And since 1947, our Marines and volunteers have distributed well over 700 million toys to 314 million children, last 78 years. Last year was a very big year for us, a record year. Again, we had about almost 50,000 volunteers helping out our local chapter coordinators and our Marines, distributing 31 million toys to 12.9 million children. Pretty significant reach, but we rely very heavily on the public. It's the Marine Corps' premier community action program, and it's the only charity run by a military service that actually supports the communities, the very communities that give us our service members. But to go into a little bit of our expanded mission, our president and CEO is a retired three-star General Jim Laster. When he came on in 2020, which was during COVID, he knew that he saw that we had the ability to expand and provide emotional support to families in need, all year long, not just at Christmas. Of course, Christmas is our vast, it's our Super Bowl. That's where we support most of the children that we do throughout the year is during our holiday campaign, which is officially kicked off for this year so far right now. But yeah, we've expanded into several programs. We've had a literacy program. We distributed about 60 million books since 2008, but recently we've added a foster care program and disaster response program too. So outside of the holiday campaign, we don't have our local chapters and our logistical footprint of our Marine units. Marines can't do Toys for Tots year round. They're training and deploying and answering our nation's call. So we partner up with other organizations that have connections with local communities. For example, Good 360 is one of those. And we distribute hundreds of truckloads through Good 360, and they're connected with thousands of nonprofits throughout the U.S. And so we do that all spring and summer.
Well, maybe some of the truck drivers who are listening now have delivered some of those books. You never can tell.
But possibly, yes. We do receive a lot of donated product and toys and books from corporate partners. So there's a lot of shipping and a lot of moving around. But the holiday campaign, we collect toys locally. But kind of getting back to the Good 360 partnership, they are affiliated with thousands of nonprofits, and they're connected with local chapters. Local communities. And whatever those organizations are providing normally, like could be food, could be clothing, or whatever support they provide, we add a toy, book, and game element to it, and we are able to do that through the spring and summer, and again just provide need, especially when there's a lot of disaster response. From the California fires, tornadoes,
Colonel Migs,
Kentucky, Texas. Plugs.
Colonel Silvester, give me 1 second, by the way. We're going to take a quick break here, take care of people who take care of us. We're going to bring you back on the other side because there's some other stuff I want to talk about with you. Dave and I want to kind of dig in. It's Nemo Nation. It's Toys for Tots, Marine Toys for Tots Foundation. Go to toysfortots.org. We'll be right back with Colonel Migs Silvester. Ted is going to be talking with us. He's the VP of Marketing and Development for Marine Toys for Tots Foundation. Hold on.
Exceptional value and exceptional values. That's Bennett Trucking. A core commitment of faith, family, and freedom has driven Bennett to being the leading provider of innovative, integrated transportation solutions, both at home and abroad. Bennett's values are not just compatible with providing high-paying jobs and unmatched customer service. They're inseparable. If you're looking for an employer or a partner who believes the best business model is being a model citizen, then Bennett Trucking is the place for you. Go to BennettIG.com and find the folks who share your values.
Sapp Brothers appreciate you. That coffee pot is a promise of customer service that aligns with their values. And those folks are showing what they think of you for National Driver Appreciation Week by celebrating all September with scratch and win games, prize giveaways like Yeti coolers and UFC tickets, not to mention 10 full sets of steer tires with any PM service or 250 shop spend, all in the app. Download the app and be a part of a generous rewards program for professional drivers. $2 all-you-can-eat pancakes, steak specials, and cookouts and celebrations. Sapp Brothers serves professional truck drivers. First-rate travel centers, family-friendly restaurants, and world-class maintenance. It's a promise that they, the coffee pot, is there for you. Go to sappbros.net and find the values you expect from home and download the Sapp app.
And now back to Nemo Nation with Dave Nemo, Jimmy Mack, and of course, Phone Master Dre.
Amen. Live from the Fastport Studios on this beautiful Monday. Good morning, Jimmy.
Good morning to you, by the way. Dave and I are going to take you through the rest of the morning together. And then Dave has an upcoming recording he's going to be doing just a little bit with you, right? Nemo's Night Beat, by the way. Got some cool stuff to show you after the show's over with, Dave. Chris is going to be joining us from freewheeling back in the old days. A lot of echo chambers back to that. We'll be talking with Charles Jones Jr., the first of the Transition Trucking Driving for Excellence nominees in just a moment here. I actually asked Colonel Migs to join us on the other side of the break. He's the VP of Marketing and Development, Marines Toys for Tots Foundation. One of the things, Colonel, that I'm so deeply moved by that you guys have moved into is disaster relief, because I'm going to tell you a story. My family was deeply affected by Hurricane Katrina. I don't mind repeating this. 60 people, first cousins and higher, aunts, uncles, mom, dad, my brothers and sisters, in 30 minutes got 13 feet of water, and everything that I ever knew was gone. I had nieces who, and we know what little girls are like, 6-year-old girls, with their dolls, and all those dolls were gone. She lost every single one of her friends growing up with her. They all just got flooded out. And I don't think people truly understand what it means to be able to replace toys, not just to have toys at Christmas, but to be able to replace toys that are lost in natural disasters. That must be a really big impact on a lot of these children, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. When you experience an event like that and lose everything, it's just traumatic. And again, we try to come in and provide a little bit of emotional support, some kind of return to normalcy. As you're going through, we don't want to get in the way of first responders, right? So there's a time to let the first responders and essential needs be covered there. But shortly after, you have families in shelters or just rebuilding the community. Again, you lost everything. Well, we can come in and help out a little bit, right? Provide some emotional support with some toys or some games for the kids and whatnot, some books just to help out. Again, try to gain a little return to normalcy there during a chaotic time. Whether it be a hurricane, wildfires, tornadoes, floods. We try to move in when the time is right and provide some support to families as needed throughout the year.
I wanted to kind of follow up that by asking you, if you would like to kind of talk to our friends out there, many of whom are deeply involved in their community, citizen drivers, all, what they can do for the upcoming holiday season, what you guys are hoping for, what Toys for Tots would really like people to know, what Marine Toys for Tots Foundation would like folks out there to know about how they can help and how they can be a part of it.
Absolutely. Well, this is what Toys for Tots is known for. It's a holiday campaign, and we are all in getting prepared. We just brought our coordinators into an annual training conference to get them started, and on 1 October, in just a couple of days, is the official kickoff of the holiday campaign, where in all 50 states, 874 local chapters will be working with local businesses to collect toys or identifying the need of children in their area. And we could use the public's help, obviously, and dropping off a toy when you're out there doing your Christmas shopping. Drop an extra toy or two in a local collection box, and if you can't do that, if you just go to toysfortots.org and just make even a $5 or $10 donation, will allow us to buy a package of toys for a child in need. We're getting ready to collect, sort, and distribute toys to over 10 million children in roughly a 2-month time frame, throughout November, December. So, public has never let us down. We're proud to be out there supporting our communities and helping out families in need.
Finally, just kind of wanted to kind of let people know we're talking to the Vice President of Marketing and Development of the Marine Corps Toys for Tots Foundation, Colonel Migs Silvester. It's good to have you, by the way. You did 25 years in the Corps, correct? 25 years, right?
I did, yeah. I spent 25 years in the Marine Corps. I was a pilot by trade. Flew F-18s, and I got a little too old for that, so they kind of stuffed me in the Pentagon and headquarters Marine Corps for the last few years. But I retired about 10 years ago and just had the opportunity to join the Marine Toys for Tots team, the foundation team, after hanging up the uniform.
I just want to let people know, to let you know what kind of person and what kind of people are actually running this organization. Miggs's final assignment was the Chief of Staff for the Office of Marine Forces Reserve, coordinating with various entities to integrate the reserve component into the total force. I got that right, huh? That was my best way to kind of summarize all the stuff that you did at the end, correct?
It is. That's correct. Yep.
And just wanted to give people a sense of the kind of quality people who are actually working in this particular area, and what an honor it is to have you on the show this morning. Thank you for your service. We will continue to promote this over the course of the next couple of months and make sure that all kids who want a toy, as our good friend Nat King Cole said, Toys for Tots. I mean, it's important to make sure that no kid has a Christmas without a Santa Claus. Thank you so much.
Appreciate the opportunity to tell the Toys for Tots story. Thank you. Have a great day.